Teammates, good afternoon. I'm Chief Master Sergeant Patrick McMahon, the Command Senior Enlisted Leader here at United States Strategic Command. Today, the 17th of December, marks a memorable occasion across our joint force. Well, maybe it is just best to start with this. Winter is coming. And no, I promise, this is not an attempt to get everyone excited for the upcoming and final season of Game of Thrones. Perhaps it's just an attempt at an attention step in order to reflect on a significant topic related to our foundational advantage. It starts in the early winter of 1777, when General George Washington moved the Continental Army to winter quarters in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. In his general orders for December 17th, General Washington suggested that the impending winter might call for preternatural strength, and he vowed to share in the hardship and partake of every inconvenience his forces would endure. Now, there are many lessons to be drawn from General Washington's orders and words, but one, clearly, is the critical bond between commanders and the force they serve. Another is the preternatural or exceptional strength that would be required of the force. During that time frame, General Washington also made another significant decision, one that continues to profoundly and positively impact our nation and armed forces today. General Washington charged his Inspector General, Baron Friedrich von Steuben, to instill professionalism and discipline into the Continental Army and ready them for combat. Subsequently, Baron von Steuben created and standardized non-commissioned officers' duties and responsibilities. He crafted the regulations for the order and discipline of the troops of the United States, also referred to as his Blue Book. So in a very meaningful way, today, December 17th, is considered the birth date of the United States Armed Forces Non-Commissioned Officer Corps. As practitioners of the profession of arms, we serve in the greatest armed forces the planet has ever seen. I would contend this statement is not mistaken hyperbole, one of bluster, or of cheap rhetoric. It is just one statement steeped in fact and is the reality of our force today. However, as valid as that proclamation is, we must never allow ourselves to simply rely on that assertion with the hope and desire that it remain true. We must continually seek opportunities to sharpen our competitive edge, which quickly harkens us back to the words of General Washington and the need for preternatural strength, that extraordinary or unusual strength that is required from our service members. The world we live in is characterized by rapid change, uncertainty, and adversarial challenge to long-established norms. In today's epoch, the demands of a military professional are vast and profound. The strategic environment is complex, dynamic, and multifaceted. So how do we prepare for our coming winter? One that can be influenced by the emerging threat and disruptive conditions. To start, in order to advance our competitive edge and create dilemmas for our adversaries, it remains an imperative that we develop leaders of competence, of character, and of consequence. Our non-commissioned officers and petty officers have an opportunity to shape our environment. And as the environment evolves, we must continue to adapt and mature with the requisite momentum and operational relevance that is required. Just as the time at Valley Forge proved critical to General Washington and the effectiveness of the Continental Army, we have an opportunity in time where we must take a constructive and fresh approach. I would offer we can benefit from a modern Valley Forge 2.0 type effort as we advance a fuller version of our joint competencies and leadership attributes across our enlisted leadership ranks. An endeavor to stimulate the critical thinking necessary to create the knowledge, judgment, experiences, and desired outcome our force calls for. So thank you for indulging me in order to recognize and celebrate the birth date of our United States Armed Forces non-commissioned officers. Today offers a moment to be grateful for and reflect on the consequential leadership our non-commissioned officers and petty officers continue to contribute to the joint force each and every day. Thank you.